Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for a big game in League 2. It's Doncaster Rovers versus Mansfield Town. Let's get the video started.
So guys, welcome to this match preview for this weekend's League 2 fixture between Doncaster and Mansfield Town. Bit of a rivalry going on, so I'm expecting a tough, thrilling encounter. But if you're an existing subscriber, thank you for sticking with the channel. Thank you for the support. It is really appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. And if you are new and this video has brought you here, this is the format that will go through match previews. We'll look at previous meetings between the two clubs, current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to say a few words about, and then I look at the opponent's one to watch, and this is just my opinion. So please, if you're a Mansfield fan watching and you think we should be watching out for somebody else as a Rovers fan, in the comments down below, let us know, let me know why I'm wrong as well. Always enjoy learning about new clubs. And as I say, it is just my opinion, so please, in the comments down below, you know your club much better than what I do. And then we finish the preview with 3 predictions, the predicted team lineup thanks to FanHub, and then me and the family have got Predictions League. There's an update on that table, and then my all-important score prediction to finish the video off. So without further ado, let's get into previous meetings. Previous meetings between the two clubs, Donny and Mansfield have only faced off 69 times in our history, Rovers winning 21 of those occasions. Mansfield winning 31, so historically got the edge in this fixture, and we've shared the spoils 17 times. But as I say, historically Mansfield have got the edge in this one, but if we drill down into the more recent 5 fixtures between the two, Rovers edge it with, well, they've got the better of it with 3 wins, a draw, and then the most recent fixture between the two was a 3-2 defeat. So we'll go back to 2006 in the FA Cup, and that was a home 2-0 win for the Rovers. But then we jump 10 years forwards into the EFL Trophy, the Papa John's Trophy as it is now, 2016 with Johnson's Paint Trophy back then, I think, and that was a 2-0 win for the Rovers away from home. And then we met in League 2 in the 16-17 season, and that was a 1-1 away draw and a 1-0 home victory. And then jump forward to 2021 FA Cup last year, and it was a poor season for the Rovers, a decent season for Mansfield, and that showed in this FA Cup tie where the team from the league below beat us 3-2 on the day. Moving on to current form though, Rovers come into this one arguably the favourite, which is something that we've not said in a long time. I don't know if that'll be a good thing or a bad thing, but looking at the current form across all competitions, Rovers drawn and then 4 wins on the bounce. I'm counting Tuesday night in the Papa John's Trophy as a win. It was a draw over the 90 and we won the penalty shootout and got that Brucey bonus point. What a stupid setup that is. But the less said about that competition, the better. Mansfield, on the other hand, a defeat, 2 wins, a defeat, and then they beat Man City under 21s in the Papa John's Trophy as well. For the Rovers though, still unbeaten in the league along with Leyton Orient in League 2, and we'll be hoping to continue that run against Mansfield tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. Defeat in our last meeting, as I say, we were void of any confidence last season. Mansfield were full of confidence, a good season for them, and for me it was a well-deserved win on the day. But for me, I think we need to try and set this record straight tomorrow in this one and go for the jugular and go for the win. But yeah, another solid away performance last time out in the league. Got a good win at early fancied Northampton Town, 1-0 from the penalty spot, and then a good run out midweek in the Pizza Cup in the Papa John's Trophy for some of the fringe players. And as I put on my Twitter, I don't think any of the fringe players are quite there to displace any of the first 11 yet, but what I will say is I think we've got a very capable squad of filling in if need be. So yeah, good run out for them, minutes in the legs. I think it was what's needed for a number of them, so hopefully we can see some of those progress and start and continue to push the first team to play at the levels that we're playing at the minute. Moving on to Mansfield, they're coming to this game 8th in the table on 9 points, so it's a steady start to their season with 3 wins, 3 defeats. They've scored 9 goals, conceded 8 in the process, 5 of those 9 goals did come in one game against 10 men Wimbledon. They just couldn't cope in the second half and conceded the 3 goals. So yeah, 5 of the 9 goals coming in one game for Mansfield. So yeah, I think they're there to be got at on in tomorrow's fixture. But it's League Two, anything can happen. We're coming up against a fairly physical team that I think will want to get in and around us and disrupt any flow that we try to create at home. Any sort of patterns of play that we try to put in, I think they'll be on us very quickly to try and snuff out Tomlin, Clayton, that midfield that's been ticking us over fairly nicely. And I think Mansfield physical enough team to make it difficult for us tomorrow. But from their record at the start of the season, 3 wins, 3 defeats, not scoring many, conceding as many as they're scoring, there's a good chance that we could come away with all 3 points tomorrow. On to player profile for this one, I have gone with the youngster Bobby Faulkner. People waxing lyrical about this lad over recent weeks, and rightly so. But at the same time, I think we need to temper our expectations as Rovers fans. We're very excited because of the potential that this lad has got, but hopefully we as a fan base can keep this lad's feet on the ground and just enjoy watching him progress and watching him develop and flourish at the Rovers. He signed a 2-year contract earlier this season. The club generally put clauses in to try and get an extra year. I don't know if that's the case with Bobby. I'm sure we'll find out in time. But yeah, he's definitely here for 2 years, or somebody's got to come in with a decent enough offer to take him away. But he's only 17 years old. It's his hometown club, loves playing for us, and long may that continue, because he has been very good. The praise that's been heaped upon him over the last couple of weeks, I think, is justified, and he's proven himself with the performances on the pitch. Physically impressive for his age, no nonsense style of defending, and fans love that. And for me, the first team chances that he's getting at the minute, he's playing superbly, earned a man of the match in his debut, and this lad, world at his feet, bags of potential. Hopefully it shows at Doncaster Rovers. So Bobby Faulkner, pleasure watching you at the minute. Moving on to the one to watch, you can see in there, it's Hiram Boateng, 26 years old. This is the one for Mansfield. As I said at the start of the video, you know your club much better than what I do, so please, if you don't think Hiram is your man to watch, let me know in the comments down below. But for me, I've gone with Boateng because, as I said earlier, physical team that will be looking to stop and kind of snuff out Tomlin and Clayton. I think Boateng could be that linchpin in Mansfield's midfield, that as soon as any one of those 2 players is on the ball, I think his job will be to try and close them down as quickly as possible. And I think if he's on his game, he's got potential to do that, and he's got the ability to do that as well. 4 appearances this season, 1 assist, so he's not quite kicked off the season as people would have hoped, but it'll come for him. I think he's a very good player. He didn't really get the opportunities at MK Dons, although like the season before he looked pretty good. So bit of a dip last season, and trying to kind of revitalise his career, reignite his career. And I think there's potential that could happen at Mansfield, but for me, that linchpin in the midfield, trying to break down any sort of patterns of play that the opposition's going to try and put together, and Boateng is that man that can do that. So for me, the one to watch tomorrow for Mansfield is Hiram Boateng. Moving on to the predicted team lineup, this is thanks to FanHub, so if you've not downloaded the app yet, please go ahead and do so. Plenty of features to get your teeth stuck into, and if you're stuck in the queue, there's a golden ticket. There's 4 users remaining on this. Just type in 18D-W88, and that'll just skip you through the queue, and you'll be in the app and can use all of the features you want. I use it for the predicted team lineup, and this is my predicted team lineup for tomorrow's fixture. I'm going with Mitchell in goal, a back 4 of Noyle, Williams, Faulkner and Maxwell. Midfield 5 of Clayton, Tomlin, Hurst, Biggins and Rowe, with Hurst and Rowe being able to push forward while we're attacking to support our lone striker, George Miller. We've obviously got Taylor coming back. He looked good on Tuesday night. We've got Molyneux coming back. He's looking fit as well. So Agard, I think it's a very, very strong bench, and there could be plenty of changes to keep the team fresh, but that's the 11 that I'm going for tomorrow's fixture. Onto the predictions league table. So if you're new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline for every single league game. If we get it spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the outcome of the game right but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, it's no points. And Max and Chris, they didn't get the scoreline right, but the outcome they did get right, so they get an extra point. Me and my dad didn't get anything right, so Max starting to break away at the top of the table on 8 points. Dad and Chris joint second on 6, and then I am bottom on 5. Still plenty of games left, not worried in the slightest. And that takes me on to my score prediction for this one. This season we've done well, unbeaten, but we're struggling to kind of kill teams and kill games off. I'd like to see us win comfortably, not be chasing from behind or holding on in the last couple of minutes of a game. And I think Mansfield are there for the taking if we're at the top of our game, and I'm going to stick my neck out on the line. I think this is going to be our first comfortable win of the season. I'm going Donny Rovers 3, Mansfield Town 1. I think we'll go 2-0 up, Mansfield will score, we'll get the third, nice and comfortable into the end. We will see. My predictions have been wrong, I hope, over the last couple of weeks. I hope this one is correct. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it. If you've enjoyed this, please stick a big thumbs up on it for us, please. Comments in the section down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any future content. Matchday vlog will be out tomorrow evening. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.